up, amazing tarot family? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. My name is Annie, and I am going to read your tarot cards after two very important announcements here on my channel. The first one being I am modifying my way of reading ever so slightly. So moving forward, I'm highly encouraging you all to specifically watch tarot readings for your rising sign. The reason being, when I know someone's rising sign, it immediately tells me a lot more about what's going on in their birth chart based on planetary movements and transits in the sky. And yeah, the main goal being I want to deliver even better tarot readings moving forward, so I'm going to give this a try. You are welcome to watch whatever video you want. If you are a sun sign Taurus and you want to watch Taurus, that's fine. I'm just putting in a plug that if you know you are a rising sign Virgo, it would be more accurate and possibly more helpful to you to watch your rising sign. That's the first announcement. I'm very excited to share these kind of new reading formats with you, but they will be very similar. I'm still going to do love readings and occasionally career and money readings, okay? Second announcement is that I have reached 1,000 subs on Instagram, which is awesome, but it's awesome for you guys because I'm doing free tarot giveaways. I'm going to be doing 3 mini giveaways. You will get to submit a question to me privately if you are a winner, and we will figure out what you need from your reading. But what you need to know first and foremost is how to enter the contest. I am asking everyone to leave a comment on any video of your choice, like this one, for instance, here on YouTube, commenting on the 3 qualities you admire most about yourself. So that could be anything, right? That could be creativity, intelligence, loyalty, honesty, kindness. After those 3 adjectives, those 3 descriptor words, I want you to put the hashtag Team Teacup, because that will let me know that you are actually entering the contest and not just leaving a random comment about a video. I will announce the winner on Sunday, May 9th. I will respond to your comment and ask you to shoot me an email so we can figure out what you want from your tarot reading. You can enter as many times as you want, but 1 entry is 1 comment. So you can leave as many comments as you want. It can be the same descriptors. It can be different ones. That's up to you. Other than that, happy Taurus season. Let's hop into your tarot readings. Hello, Gemini risings, Gemini sun, moon, and Venuses. Welcome. Happy to have you guys. Thank you for your patience. I'm slightly delayed, but here we are. We're doing it. Life has just gotten so busy. I did very little for 8 months, and now it feels like everything's happening at once. Does anyone else relate to that? All right, so we're going to read your tarot cards here, guys. Just as a reminder, these are general messages. Not everything I say will resonate with every single one of you out there, so please know that in advance. Come into it with an open heart, an open mind. If it's not your message, if it doesn't resonate, release the messages. Assume they're going out to someone else. Oh, God, I felt like I just sounded like Trump. Release the messages. Anyway, here, let's not get into that discussion. Anyway, moving along. Here we go. Yeah, if it's not your messages, if it doesn't resonate, please release them. Assume they're going out to someone else. That's what you need to know. You're accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. Here we go. For Gemini, let's start off with their dating life. Dating life. Your public image is about to expand, whatever that means to you. Your public image, your career, your work in the public space, the public forum. Jupiter is headed into your 10th house. Is that right? Yeah, it is. Okay, Jupiter's headed into Pisces, which rules over your 10th house. So interesting. So yeah, you may have an increase in your workload, in your responsibilities, but also in your potential to gain some sort of recognition or possibly reputation, depending on how you handle I'm hearing all these words that have a negative connotation. How you handle the stress, how you handle the endurance, the responsibilities. That's what I was looking for. All right, we're going to start off with your dating life, though. So what's going on? So Saturn is squaring your 5th house, so there's a lot of responsibility being put on you right now to possibly engage more in your dating life. It could be that there are some restrictions or even disappointments with Saturn, right? It is kind of the heavy, the karmic, but when it trining is a very positive aspect, so you can make good of that responsibility. It's not necessarily like like doing homework. It's not like a prison sentence per se, but there's a need to take it seriously and to maybe put in the time and effort if you've been kind of fickle or however you want to say it. All right, here we go. Dating for my Gemini risings. Knight of Cups and 3 of Pentacles. Okay, my first reaction to this is someone keeps knocking at your door and you're like, again, this one? You don't seem to be into it, Gemini. You seem disturbed, or if it's not that, you're busy and you don't have time for it, but it's like you're running out of the zest and social politeness to be like, oh, hey, I'm good. You're just like, I can't deal with this one again. Like, you don't know what to do with it because at minimum, it's like you just don't have room for it in your life. Unless, of course, this is you making offers to someone else. I don't know, maybe a Libra or a Capricorn. How does this pan out? A lot of you, it almost feels, there's a couple messages here. Let me finish that one real quick. How does that pan out? 3 of Wands, you're going to keep them waiting. So if that's not your message, there's another message here too that someone is inviting you out, possibly for the first time or second round, whatever you want to say, possibly the third date actually. It's not that you don't like them, it's that you're swamped with work, which again makes a lot of sense with Jupiter coming through your 10th house. So this almost feels like someone is, I'm hearing the word taunting you, but it's not that someone's being mean. This person's very excited to hang out with you, and it kills you that you can't. There's almost like this, I feel like we see this in movies all the time where it's like someone's looking out their window and, whatever, the kids are playing baseball outside. They're stuck there doing homework, like, oh, man. That's another message, too. And I know neither one is super happy because either you're annoyed by this person or you so desperately want to be with them. But for some reason, the overall outcome here is waiting. Patience is a virtue, Gemini. However, let me pull a story for you. Can I know like 1 or 2 more things about this? 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're swamped with work. For most of you, that's exactly what it is. So for some of you, it's just a nuisance because you've told this person, I can't, I'm committed to X, Y, and Z, and they're still like texting you like, hey, what are you up to? And the thing is, with the Knight of Cups, this person is like a hopeless romantic. They're dreamy, mushy, gushy, touchy-feely type. That's what the Knight of Cups is. If it's the Knight of Pentacles, totally different vibe. The Knight of Cups is just like, hey, like flirting with you, really wants to hang out with you, wants to talk about how much they like you and ask about your day. Very compassionate, very sweet. Possibly has strong water in their chart. For some reason, I just get the vibe that this is you, Gemini. So either you're annoyed by it or again, you're working. What's 10 of Cups though? So what's the deal? Okay. Again, this is a very small group of you. You might be married and having to tell this person to cease and desist, though I'm not sure why it would be showing up in your dating life. So I don't think that's for most of you, other than if this person is trying to date you and you're married or engaged. Maybe you're engaged to be married, right? You do have a couple 3s, I guess that's why I mention it. This person may be trying to engage you in third-party activity, and the thing is, you seem to be resisting it, so hats off to you, Gemini, because you don't need that kind of drama in your life, right? If not that, I just think this person, you are this person's like Cinderella story, or however you want to say it, like the fairy tale ending to this hopeless romantic is you, Gemini. This person loves the shit out of you. I don't know how else to say it. This person is like envisioning a future with you. I guess I'm just kind of like, I feel bad because you're so not on the same page. You don't seem, even if you're intrigued by this person, I don't know. There's just something about the body language of how these characters and these cards are interacting, and they're not on the same page. There's something about a streak of envy or jealousy in you right now. I don't know what that's about, but okay, others of you, if this isn't, this could be a proposal of marriage for some of you. Again, I'm curious about why, though, it's like someone's grumpy. He just looks grumpy here to me. If it's not you, it could be that all your best friends are engaged or getting married, or like it seems like life is taking off for everyone but you. Watch what your blessings there. Don't block your blessings with that kind of that negative energy, because your life is about to expand big time, but in career, not necessarily love at the moment, but it doesn't mean it won't. I'll be honest, I'll keep pulling cards for some of you if this isn't you, and it could be someone who's wanting to propose to you and build with you, but again, there's a reason why they can't do it now. There's waiting here. There's absolutely stagnancy and waiting about possibly some big term plans and putting them on hold. For others of you, though, this is a blessing in disguise, because you are not going to have energy at the end of the day to emotionally invest in much of this, because I think you're going to be really busy with work. So we're going to talk about money in a minute, but why this 10 of Cups? Because part of me is like, is this person a little bit off their rocker? Like they're already envisioning a future with you, but I don't know. And I mean, maybe I don't need to know all the details, but why is it being met with this like, ugh? Just like you again? That's sort of what I keep getting from this. It's very interesting. What's the deal here? Did you lead them on, Gemini? Is that what happened? Did you flirt with them too much and now they think that you're the one and you're like, oh, I was just playing? Yeah, you're defensive. You're not into this. I don't want to keep repeating myself. That is the vibe I get. So if this feels like you and you have your eye set on one person and you're like starry-eyed for them, you know, don't shoot the messenger, but there's a message here of I'm going to keep you waiting. I'm going to keep doing my thing independently. I'm going to keep working. I don't want to talk. It's not a good time. So maybe this is weekly energy. Maybe someone's just moody this week and they're not wanting to be social, which does not sound very Geminian to me. But hey, you know, you're a human being. You go through bouts of not wanting to see anyone, right? I don't know. Someone's got stars in their eyes for you. So maybe if now's not a good time, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. I think they're going to come back and knock again. I get the idea that this person is very persistent in wanting to hang out with you. So, hey, that's what I see going on in love this week. Let's talk about those who are in a long-term partnership, those who are already committed either by marriage or essentially kind of engaged. And you could choose to view this through work partnerships, but I'm going to read for like romantic partnerships. What's coming up here? Probably some healing is due. The Chariot, okay. Cancer might be showing up for some of you if you're engaged or in a long-term commitment with a Cancer. Some of you are going to be traveling with your sweetheart, maybe like a romantic getaway or travel for work. Ace of Pentacles, yeah. Okay, so a new travel opportunity. And it may be offering sort of a token of apology to someone if there was a tiff or a small fight. Someone may be offering like a kind gesture of apology, and it may actually come in the form of something monetary. Someone may deliver something to you, even if it's just like, I don't know, like flowers, like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm getting apology here. It's so random, but I just am. Yeah, a lot of you traveling with your sweetheart right now. You may actually be spending quite a hefty amount of money on travel plans. So maybe you're booking air flight travel or hotels or, I don't know, whatever it is, Airbnbs. There's something about, but yeah, you're probably going off on an adventure. I have to be honest, the cards are actually really, the cards, it's funny, I said cars, didn't I? Maybe you're buying a car for something. I don't know. The cards for your romantic partners are actually very solid. It's a new chapter maybe coming in for those who relate to the idea of engagements and proposals, and maybe you just have to wait because you have to save money. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe that's why it's on pause or on delay. Again, that's not most of you, but if that makes sense, if you've been with someone and you're dating but it's looking more serious, it's possible this could be a proposal, in which case it would be the beautiful start, a leap into a new chapter with the Fool. Others of you, I stand by this whole, like, I have to offer a token of my apology because I acted like a fool. I'm not usually a literal demonstration of this card, but I am getting that for some of you. Especially because the moon is going through there too, so secrets may be revealed. I don't think it's anything bad. I think it's just emotions may be tense, emotions may be on high, but it seems to end well for most of you, so that's what I got. Let's talk about your money and job type situations. Shall we switch decks? I kind of like this deck, but why not? We'll switch. All right, so you have a, what's it called? A stellium. That's one of my favorite words. You have a lot of planets, 5 planets, aka a stellium, traveling through Taurus right now. That's happening for every zodiac sign, but where it falls in your chart is specific to my Gemini risings. That's happening in your house of spirituality, your 12th house activity, which has to do with your secrets, your private life, what you keep hidden away. So it could be that with the sun sort of highlighting or shining a light on that, you may be engaging even more in privacy and solitude, or it could be the opposite, something you've been working on in privacy and solitude, you may actually bringing light to it. If you've been doing sort of behind the scenes work for your career or your job or launching a website or this or that, it's possible you're going to finish it out in Taurus season, and then once it gets to Gemini season, happy early birthday to my Geminis, you very likely will be launching it or going public with it or doing something is something to promote what you have previously kept hidden. Does that make any sense to anyone? I don't know. There could be a secret love relationship that some of you are engaging in. And it's not necessarily cheating stuff. It's just something maybe you haven't made it known to the family that you're seeing someone or whatever. Anyway, yes, we're going to talk about your money. I know. So Mars just went into Cancer, so there's a lot of action and energy regarding your assets and your resources. So that could manifest in a way where it's very plentiful. There's a lot of action, a lot of money flow into your bank account, but also watch that you're not getting trigger finger when you're online shopping, right? It can manifest in different ways. Mars is very quick. It's very fast. It's very assertive. It's very sexual. So with Mars in your house of money, again, there's going to be a lot of action regarding your money. How that manifests is going to be a little bit different for all of you. So let's see. Whoever is watching this reading, let's connect with their energy. Oof, you got a lot of cards. All right. So Queen of Swords. Got a lot of swords here. Oof, you have a lot of endings. Don't freak out, right? This is a weekly reading, but you know, I'm going to be a straight shooter with you. You have the two difficult tens here. So you have the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Depicted in this Ten of Wands very specifically is packing up and moving. Possibly a long distance move. Of course, it could be vacation. Maybe there's a lot of action and energy. Again, trigger finger on buying those plane tickets and that hotel fare and the car rental. That certainly was coming up in relationship stuff. Maybe that's all this is. Maybe it's just saying you're spending a lot of money, Ten of Wands, it's weighted, it's important on something big. Because it does have to do with your money and it may factor into your career, there seems to be a very important decision and you're waiting to feel enlightened about something. I wouldn't say you're confused. I would say you are undecided. I have to really stress the fact that these don't look like this person is in pain. It doesn't look like this person is in conflict. It just looks, I don't know, maybe conflict is correct, but it's not this agonizing, oh my God, what are we going to do? This is like, okay, I got to take a chill pill, or I got to take a time out and just kind of process the information that I'm being handed, because whatever move you make, it seems like there's some strategy involved. And so you need to get your ducks in a row before you move forward with some decision. I see you, this is so Geminian, possibly trying to do two things at once and not let the other person know that you're doing it. With Seven of Swords, I just got to be honest, there's an element of clandestine, like doing it so that nobody knows. Again, with a lot of planets in that house of secrets, right? And it's not necessarily bad secrets, it's just not publicly known. There's something going on in your personal life. And again, I want to underscore, it's not bad for all of you. Some of you know exactly what this is. This could be pregnancy, right? Where you're not trying to let on the fact that you're pregnant because you want to keep that contract going, or you know what I mean, that would be illegal otherwise. But you know what I'm saying. There's something where it's like, mum's the word because you're not ready to tell this person yet. But with this secret, there's a lot of, I have no idea what this is, by the way, but I'm fascinated by this. I love this storyline. It feels so juicy. There's something about the approach or how you're going to handle the news or handle the secret or the situation. And the thing is, I like it in a sense because it seems like you're doing it gracefully. You're not just making this rush impulse decision, but with Mars there, again, know in advance that you do need to maintain this, like, make decisions from a place of calm, of peace of mind. If you're being forced to rush and make a decision, that could end up very badly for you. This is where I'm really going to be honest with you. With the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands, if you make a decision in haste that is not in the best interest of whoever controls your money, you might be gambling just ever so slightly. I'm trying to see what's squaring this right now. Okay, so you have Pluto opposing your money, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Pluto represents death and birth, rebirth. It's Phoenix from the ashes. So Pluto gets slapped with a rough reputation, but it's not always the worst case scenario. But it could factor in with some sort of rough aspect where, again, I hate to say layoff or furlough or firing, but you have two tens, and tens always indicate the closing out of a cycle. This could be the decision of whether to fly free, and I'm purely reading the visuals here, guys. I like this card, despite it being the Ten of Swords, which has a difficult reputation in tarot. It's also a release. It's liberation. It's freedom from burdens. Here it's like, I'm going to stomach it a little bit longer. I'm going to stay in this place, this job, this title, this position, this salary where it's not really meeting my needs. It's a struggle to get by, but, you tell me, it's familiar. This feels like there's a lot of decision being put into this one or that one, or how long can you do both? Can you jump to one and not the other? I really want to know what this is, and I'll try and clarify it, but I don't think I'm going to find out. I think because it's like a well-kept secret. You have a stellium in your house of secrets. Sorrows, loss, your hidden life, your house of spirituality, your house of God, the divine, all these things related to 12th house activity. That's what I mean. It's like it's a secret between you and whoever is up there, whatever you believe in, God, source, spirit, universe. I don't think I'm going to get to know. I don't know. I don't do fear-based readings, but I'm wanting to say, careful. You're not that slick. You might think you're getting away with something, and it may catch up with you in the long run. So I would be as, I don't even know what word to use, professional or as upfront, as forward as you can, as long as you're not compromising anything that is sacred to your being. Obviously, I'm not saying you have to share news of whatever, pregnancy, you know, there's nothing wrong with that per se, but I just look at this card. It's like this guy thinks he's sneaking in the background, and then all of a sudden, like, the alarm goes off. It's like, hey, who's that? What are they doing? That looks illegal. There's something weird about a final decision, and I do think it involves conclusion or closure or leaving a place of business, I mean, God forbid it's showing up in your place of money, but don't steal any money right now, Gemini, because this just, I mean, you shouldn't do that anyway, but, you know, whatever, it happens, I get it. I shouldn't say that like I'm saying it's okay. You understand what I'm saying. There's the potential for someone to be like, maybe if I just take this computer, no one will know. Nope. Like, I would not do that. I would not advise that. We have to remember the Queen of Swords is about truth and justice. Listen to your own heart. By all means, trust your own intuition, but as dumb as this sounds, and I hate to even foray into this, but there's a good decision and a bad decision. Do you know what the difference is, Gemini? I'm asking you. Because you seem to be on the fence about one day you're in, one day you're out. And if the Seven of Swords isn't liar, cheat, or thief, which sometimes it is, and again, in this depiction, it's a little bit shady, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes this is about, where are you lying to yourself? Where are you telling yourself a narrative that you wanted to believe when you know in your heart that's not necessarily true? Maybe you know in your heart this actually isn't what's best for me, but I'm putting on a good face for someone else. I could see it as that too, like, this is killing me. I'm not happy. This situation with my money, but I'm putting on a good face for my husband because of XYZ. This might be the reverse, the other side of the coin, what it could be like, you dreaming of an ending of something that has kept you down, or you've struggled with. It hasn't been, I would say as of late, it has not been enjoyable. It's not to say it was for nothing. It required a lot of energy and a lot of endurance and a lot of your blood, sweat, and tears. But have you reached a point where you're ready to let it go, where you're ready to liberate yourself? And why are you telling yourself otherwise if that is the case, or vice versa? Do you understand what I mean? Sometimes this is about, where are we lying to ourselves? Where are we not honoring our inner truths? And all of this, in a sense, has to do with money, because it's showing up in that house. Interestingly enough, though, this house also has to do with what you place value upon, including yourself. It has to do with your self-worth. Where are you staying at a job that is demeaning, where you're not respected in the workplace, or whatever it is? When you know that you're worth more, you know that you should be treated better, you know that you deserve that raise or that salary or that job title, it's how long are you willing to put up the front of, I'm okay, everything is good, when it's like your internal voice has been silenced, but it's still nagging at you to go off in a different direction. Can you do both? Is there a compromise? Is there a negotiation? Can you knock on the boss's door and ask for a raise? Sure you can. You have free will. You can do whatever you want. Something here has to end to make way for something new, but you seem very contemplative on which one. And the reason I'm saying that, not only because you're Gemini, yes, duality, but you have 2 10s. How long can you maintain both scenarios that are like, wrap it up? Again, it's not this 10. It's not like, oh my God, this is amazing. Let's do this for the rest of our lives. This is like, oh, I'm exhausted. How long do I have to? This feels mental, right? With swords, mentally exhausting versus maybe physically exhausting. And again, that in some sense, that makes sense to me because Jupiter is going through your 10th house. It's going to be busy. It could be fun. It can be fun busy. Again, Jupiter has kind of like a childlike innocence to it. It's joyful, it's buoyant, it's fun, it's blessings. But how much is too much? I guess I'm just asking you to sort of contemplate that too. Where are you getting yourself in too deep? And I would say too, like any planet, there's positive and negative aspects. With Jupiter, where are you being blissfully naive? Where are you telling yourself, it's fine, I'm good, this is great, when in reality, you've overdone it. Jupiter expands anything it touches. So if at work, you're already having crazy anxiety and panic attacks, I don't wish this upon you, but again, with Jupiter in the mix now, it's going to expand what it touches. So if you're thrilled and having the time of your life at work, awesome, because you're going to get more of that. If that is not your story, if something else is going on at work, with Jupiter coming through again, you're going to get more of that. So is that where the decision rests? How much more am I willing to take? For a lot of you, this is going to be positive because by default, Jupiter is trining your house of money. So for a lot of you, there will absolutely be an increase in pay. But with that, there's aggravation, though, too. There's a lot of energy and endurance required. So anyway, let's throw something in your 10th house, and then we'll wrap it up. What else do I need to tell you? There's a lot of, well, no, I'm not going to go there. Interesting. So you do have a divine pairing. So again, you can look at this in terms of however you want to, but there's a compatibility in a work environment or with a work person here. The King and Queen of Swords has nothing to do with gender. It has to do with their element, the sword suit. King and Queen, they're high vibing. They're mature. They have their shit together. They work together very well. Maybe there's a familiarity here. So that seems to be coming into your trine, your harmonious aspect here. I do like that. But is that where it becomes bittersweet because you love who you're working with, but they're not paying you enough? Or you love who you're working with, but the job is giving you anxiety? Or, I don't know that. I don't know. For some of you, it might literally be working with an ex is giving you anxiety. But I would still offer, there's a part of you that seems to be handling this in a very mature way. That's just the vibe I get, especially from these cards. This feels like someone who's very, like, I heard self-deprecating, but someone who doesn't complain a lot. Someone who's willing to, you know, strap on all the weight as much as they can, but what is your breaking point? What is this, Gemini? I have no idea what this is. I'm going to be honest. I can give you scenarios all day, but these cards totally make sense to me. I get what's going on here. This is like the wild card in the bunch. Is this the secret that needs to be revealed? Is this almost like I'm almost getting like, a physical, sorry, I'm trying to find the word for it. A physical manifestation of the thought process going on inside that, oh my God, I have to go work with this person and I'm putting on a good face, but on the inside it feels like I'm robbing myself. It feels like I'm stabbing myself in the heart because this person broke my heart. Now I have to pretend everything's good. Do you understand? Maybe it's not this, liar, cheater, thief. Maybe it's like I'm lying to myself and because of that it feels like I'm lying to everyone else. I'm trying to keep this thing real quiet and like on the DL, but on the inside I want to scream it from a tower. Maybe it's something like that. I don't know. Was I going to do your 10th house? We kind of already did that. Yeah, the tower. So if you don't vocalize this or heal something or cathartically release it from your brain, your mind, your headspace, it's going to erupt. No holds bar. It's going to come out one way or another. So yeah, I mean, I don't even know the exact narrative here, but I'm telling you, Gemini, if this is making sense, this secret is going to come out eventually, so you may as well do it on your own accord, or you may as well, and I'm not putting pressure on you and deadlines, again, if this makes sense, if this resonates with you, I'm almost getting to, there's no reason to be a victim because of this. There's no need to silence your voice. If anything, it's something, for some of you, there's a need to celebrate. There's a need to, go rogue. There's a need to be joyous and happy. Look how happy this girl is. Queen of Fire, Aries, Leo, Sag, right? So if you have that strong in your chart, it's celebratory, it's fire, it's fun, it's magic, it's entertaining, it's alluring, it's charismatic, it's life of the party. She's a wild child, right? It can't be contained in this little backpack anymore. Versus the Queen of Swords, who, don't get me wrong, awesome, a badass in her own right, but she's like, and I mean this in a positive way, she's like the stone cold bitch. Like, she shows up and it's no bullshit. So where there is lies, she will find the truth. And again, I think a lot of this has to do with your internal process. I'm not sure how many of these people are actual figures in your life. This is what needs to be celebrated, and this is you locking yourself in a tower. And for some of you, it's settling. It's not seeing the light of day when you're dancing with the devil in the tower, right? In tarot, that's sort of how I like to joke. Something needs to be liberated and freed, and that's exactly what tens tell us to do in tarot. This is about liberation. This is about freedom. All right, I'm going to call it there, and we'll go around once real quick for zodiac signs if you're dating and you want to get sort of a vibe on that. Yeah, let's do this one. All right, here we go. So this is going to be real quick. Well, I'll try anyway. I always say that. So if Gemini is crushing on another Gemini or dating, whatever, ooh, yeah, you like their body. You like looking at their body. Too many cards. The world. This is very sexual. If you're dealing with another Gemini, they're gonna like hit it and quit it. They're gonna sleep with you and then they're never gonna call you again. Sorry, I said it. I'll read one more. I literally heard they suck. They might not be very nice to you. Here we go. All right, for real. That may have been valid though for some of you. Oral. This is what I heard. Just saying. Okay, here we go. If you're dealing with another Gemini, 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, they don't know what they want. They probably smoke a lot of weed, too. Which isn't a bad thing. I'm just putting it out there. That I don't know if that's a deal breaker for you. This person is participating in that kind of thing. All right. I sound like such a prude. I didn't mean it that way, but yeah. This person smokes a lot of weed. If you're dealing with a Cancer, this Cancer has options. They're probably still dreaming about their ex, and they may have an Aquarius factoring into the picture too. This person equally doesn't know what they want. They have choices. They have decisions to make. If you're dealing with a Leo, you might be surprised to know they actually really like you, but they have a weird way of showing it. This might be someone who teases you and picks on you, and shocker, that's their love language. It's a Leo. If you are dealing with a Virgo, Queen of Cups, yeah, this person loves you. If there's a female involved, they love your boobies, or vice versa. If you're dealing with a Libra, 3 of Wands. They sense that you're rebellious and they may want to hold you down sexually. Now, if you're dealing with a Libra, they may worry that you get wandering eyes or that you disappear for I don't know, periods of time and they're wondering where you're at or they feel like they don't get invited. I was going to say, but yeah, they do like you, but I think you're a mystery to them. So if you're interested in the Libra, you should let them know how you feel. There's an incoming. Okay, so some of you, if you are in a long-term relationship with a Libra, I'm going to spoil the surprise. You may go on some little trip and you're going to get engaged. Or it's going to be brought to the next level. Like if you haven't slept with them yet, that's going to happen. Some of you, you're bringing it to the 4 of Wands from the 3. Meaning like a solid foundation, but also a milestone in the relationship. Others of you, if you're just dating and it's new, again, you're a mystery to this person. They don't totally understand what you're about yet. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, they have options, they have decisions to make, but they definitely still look at you, especially on social media. They're a little bit jealous and envious of you. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, they may have decided to not build with you. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it did come out in reverse. If you, Gemini, were the one who wanted a booty call with the Sag, believe it or not, here's what I'm going to say. The Sag actually wanted more with you, so you may have rejected them on the principle that, it was just like a physical thing. I think the Sag wanted more, but if you don't, they've decided to not build with you. Here we go. What's the deal with that? Yes, I'm hearing it, want what you can't have. I think this person knows that they're vying for your attention and they don't want to be competition for you. I think, and I say this with as much compassion as I can, I think they're a little bit like butthurt about it. Like they feel insulted that you rejected them or rejected what they wanted from you. But I don't know if you feel bad. That's confusing. So I don't know, check back next week because there's a lot of like mixed emotions there, which I'm not surprised with a Gemini and Sag constantly both second guessing it. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, this Capricorn is upset. They've cried a lot of tears over you. And they're drinking a lot too. Oh, I actually feel bad. Your Capricorn is not doing well. So if this person means something to you, you might want to reach out to them. But to be honest, they may have done the I am done. Like they kind of have a spitefulness to them, but they're very upset. They're very wounded. They're very hurt. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, also participating in fun substances. Temperance though, let's think about that. Temperance is about balance. It's about taking a break. It's about healing. It's about resting. I don't know. My gut reaction is, Empress. It's so funny. I did someone else's and Aquarius had the exact same card. The Empress, in theory, it's a card of Venus, so it promotes love. You have the planet of love coming through, but I'm almost questioning what do they love more, you or... It's more like the activity. I don't necessarily think it's third party, unless they're married with the Empress, because there's kind of a husband-wife thing here. If that's not it, it's like, I think you're always going to be, again, weekly readings. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, I get the sense you're always going to be second to boys' night or second to, hanging out with the bros or whatever, vice versa, you know, girls wine night. You're always going to be like the next one, but there's something about you're in competition for who or what they value and who and what they love. There may also be a Sagittarius or a Taurus factoring into that, so they may have options. I don't love it, I'll be honest. And again, weekly readings, it could change next week. If you're dealing with a Pisces, the sun, they love you, absolutely. If you're dealing with a Aries, a dick measuring contest. That's the first thing that came out. They are, that's so Aries. Oh my God, I can't even. There's competition for someone's attention. I mean, it could be you matching up to all their options too, but this person has a fragile ego, so they get offended, but they would never tell you that. They're a little bit huffy, but I don't know. I kind of think they're in it. Yeah, they're still looking at you. They're definitely still wondering about you, spying on you online, or they may even be messaging you. But it's like the first thing I got from this is they send you a text and then you respond, and then they wait because they don't want to seem desperate. That's what I mean. There's like a little bit of insecurity here. I don't know. And it may even, I have to be honest, no offense to the crosswatchers, there may even be like sexual, what is the word? Insecurities. There may be insecurities like in the bedroom or physically with you or something like that. And if last but not least, if you're dealing with a Taurus, what's the deal with Taurus this week? King of Pentacles. Dollar bills, y'all. They got money to spend. They might be married. I think they're married. Or they're involved with someone else long term. Yeah, game over. Absolutely. Yeah, no, not with the Taurus this week. Sorry. Okay, that's what I got for you, Geminis. Thanks for joining me today. Remember to like the video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And other than that, and remember to enter the contest if you want to win a free tarot reading with me. That would be awesome. There's instructions on how to submit your entry at the beginning of this video. Other than that, Geminis, I will see you next Thursday for more tarot. Bye, Soul Fam.